Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with episode 10 of my Aground full achievement playthrough. And we are making some progress. We can see that we are up to 24 achievements out of the 56 and 310 out of the 1000 Gamerscore. So today we're going to start off with a couple of achievements that we're pretty close to completing. So let's get to it. One of the achievements in the game is to capture one of each of the spirit elements in the game. And there's 5. Let's see if we can remember them. It's earth, water, fire, ice, and plant. And we've gotten all of them except the plant one. So let's go and do that. The plant one is over on the next island over. But to do that, we need spirit gems. So let's check if we have any. We have 1 on us, which is enough. I don't think they can ever fail. But I wouldn't mind having a couple extra. So let's go. We're going to do a quick excursion down below ground to do some digging. Try and grab a couple of altar gems. And then we will head across to the spirit gems. And then we'll head across to the other island to finish that up. Okay, we got ourselves 5. That is good enough. Let's head back up. Okay, while we're here, let's have a chat with this guy. This is an elder dragon. This is what we can evolve the adult dragons into. Okay, so we have a new quest, and it's actually the same place that we're going, so we decided to take the quest. And while we're here, we can actually dig down in this island, and buried inside are some shards. And we'll need these later. I think there's 5 of them, but we'll take a quick look, make sure we grab them all. Okay, got them all. And now let's continue on our way. And so the cultivator is weak to fire. We've probably got enough energy in our dragon to take him out. The dragon breathes fire, which is good for fire attacks. I thought I could take him out with the dragon, but that doesn't look like it's gonna work. And now the problem is I did not bring any healing items with me, so we'll have to see. We'll have to be careful here. We do have pie, so we'll set that up. And I guess we can steal the cheeseburgers. Yeah, and we don't quite have enough healing items. So we have to go all the way back so that we can make some more food and then come back and finish this fight. So we'll do that at accelerated speed, and then we'll come back and finish that fight. Okay, we are back. Let's see if we can make this go any better this time. So we're gonna wait. Wait for the smoke to dissipate. All right, so a bit of a brute force approach. We have our energy shield, which we were using to absorb hits on the approach, and then spamming the hamburgers. There is no cooldown on your healing item. So get in there, get a big stack. You can see I was able to generate kind of an endless supply of them from the focus gems that we had, and then just go from there to take out the boss. And so now your reward is this this structure here, and I think we got the gem activating item from the boss, so it dropped both. And now we can enter it, and you can see we can make some cool items here, including all of those structures that we have back on the previous island. It looks like we can also make rice, we can make seeds, and then specific types of traps as well. So what we're going to do, instead of doing any of that here, we can actually uproot this thing and take it with us and put it back on the other island, so we don't need to like come back here specifically to use it. And then the other thing that we need to do while we're here is put on our spirit goggles, and then, yep, we have our trap gem ready, because there, see, is the last of the spirits that we need to capture. That's the green spirit, the leaf or grass spirit, whatever you want to call it, and the plant spirit. And there we go, elementary for capturing a spirit of every element. So there's 3 on the East Island, right where we started. We got the spirit goggles that had the fire underground, the water up on the surface, and then the ice guy was up in that little cavern, that floating cavern. The earth elemental can be found back in our starting island in the base area, so you can grab him there, and that just leaves the plant spirit, which is here on this island. So you get those 5, and you'll get that achievement. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get back on our dragon and head back. And we'll head back to that eastern island. We'll plant this, and then I believe, while we're here, let's get this. There's another, these things are the recipes. So let's grab that while we're here. A shark plus some fins, an altar gem, and a water gem, and you get yourself a water helm, which will have a big oxygen supply for going underwater, which again is important. I don't know that we'll ever need to craft that specific one. I think the space helm gives you a pretty good supply of oxygen. Oh yeah, and we accomplished the quest, so let's turn that in here. Okay, great. And so that's another thing that you can do with, I think it's the vine cops, the thing that we just took up from that boss fight. You can put in a familiar, and you can add in certain items that will tweak their capabilities. One will give them bonus damage, one makes them generate resources faster. So you can imagine the techno worms that we have with our uranium supply, we'll want to do that too, to get them pumping out uranium even faster, to get that supply raised up. And did we not get this one yet? Why did that go away? Is that only at nighttime? That's interesting. Yeah, I think it just switched time of day. I didn't know those things could go, could come and go based on the time of day, but I think that's what just happened. So we'll keep an eye out for that. All right, so let's save here. And then I think we'll be able to put this thing down here. Oh, it's a big one. Okay, so let's move our dragon over a little bit. Huh, we can't put it down here like the other ones. That's interesting. But we can put it on the surface. Okay, well, fair enough. We just want it over here out of the way. So let's do that. And yep, here we can change our, oh, do we put the evolution shards down? Let's grab them. And now we can turn those into an evolution gem. And the other thing we want to do now is let's see if we can resolve our quest with the Mirrows. So if we come in here to our altar gem, oh wait, we put our dragon down. Let's go get our dragon back. And there we go, evolution, forge, and evolution gem. So that was another easy one that we picked up. There's other ways to get your first evolution gem, but an easy way, grab those 5 shards on the island with the Elder Dragon, and then bring them back here with a little bit of fuel, and use your crafting building here, the evolution chamber, and then make sure you grab that out of there. Okay, I think we picked that up. Let's make sure. Yep, we did. Great. So now we'll drop that in here for the moment. And let's do this while we have it. Let's remove. This is the only time you'll ever see me do this. Remove the owl. Oh gosh, look how terrible this is. Okay, and I think we can put him in here with the modifier. And yep, so that'll give him an extra damage. Not a big deal, but again, he's gonna be out for me all the time. So why not? We'll put that +1 damage on him. And let's get him re-equipped. There we go. He's ready to go. Okay, and oh man, you can see how much better that makes it. Okay, so now what we were doing is going in for an altar gem. And we can use this to transform our adult dragon into dragon armor. Now, it's better to have your the thing that you're transforming fully fed. So let's do that. He needs steak, coal, pig, chicken. Okay, let's make some steaks here. I feel like steak doesn't really do it for him, but we've got a near limitless supply. Oh, that was pretty good. Okay, while those are cooking, we'll head down, grab a little bit of coal, and we're just gonna top him off before we do this transformation. Okay, let's do... Oh, no, okay. That would have worked. Want to make sure he's getting steak and not something more valuable. Okay, 37. Pretty much tops him off. All right, so he's now at full energy. And so we can use the altar gem to transform him into dragon armor. And that is what we need to show the Mirrows in order to avoid the fight with them. So let's head back over to the Mirrows and resolve that conflict. How's this dragon doing? Okay, so he's in pretty good shape. Let's head back over. We'll stop at our main island. We'll get some food supplies so that we're not reliant on the hamburgers. And then we will head all the way back over to the Mirrows and show them the dragon armor to wrap up that quest. And I think that'll get us 2 more achievements when we're over there. So we can collect cats from these shadow cats that only come out at night. The spiders and the cats are the nighttime enemies, and the boars and the rats are the daytime enemies. But what I actually want to do is take a couple of them out because they drop shadow fur. I think that's the ingredient that allows you to make the more efficient resource generating pet versions. I'm not 100% sure, I'll have to check, but I think that's the one that does it. So let's get a little bit of shadow fur, and you need it anyway for some other stuff that's coming up. So we'll grab a couple of those while it's nighttime. Usually it makes sense to skip the night and get back to day, but while we're here and it's nighttime, and we will switch to the sword if we see any more of the spiders. I do want to capture a couple of them because you can actually put them in the pens, and just like your cows, and they'll create silk for you over time. So pretty valuable to have them on hand. Did I take that? I crit it, of course. All right, here's one. Let's see if we can get one of these. Crit again. I need you to face me. Almost. Let's try again. Almost. One more. This is an expensive spider. All right, there we go. And maybe let's swap one of these chickens out. That way we'll get the spider going. Okay, so we made it back to daytime. Let's go ahead and drop off some of our supplies. And there we go. We can actually just turn it into the engineer here in town, or the mechanic in town. And if we bring her with us, we can see that we can convince them to do something besides attack and start to work with them. So now we have access to this chamber. And while we're here, let's go ahead and talk to them. And now we get to build a sub pen. And I think if we go through here is the bridge of the ship. Okay, let's head back. And here are the other panels. If you remember in a previous episode where we did a lot of combat after we made the chainsaw, we had to fight through a room that had a whole bunch of these panels or computers with logs on them. And I think these are the last 3 that we need. So now that we have access to this room, we should be able to finish this up. And that looks like that should do it. There we go. The full story for reading all of the logs. So again, all of the other ones are in that that other access point in the ship. You have to go through the kind of cracked hull, fight through the enemies, and you get all of the other logs. And then once you resolve this with the Mirrows, there's 3 more in here, and that will wrap up this achievement. So in here is the opportunity for another achievement, and I think you have to use the surgery bed. Oh, it's here, yeah. And operate. Right, so you need to equip a full set of the cyborg armor, which is everything in here. So when you do operate on self, you have to replace all of these items, and you can also do some changing of your character in here if you want. The problem, the catch is that when you do that, you those pieces are locked to you. They're part of your body. So if you put on the cyborg body, it will become your body armor. It will remove whatever you were wearing in place of it. But then if you want to change the cyborg body out to something else, you have to destroy the cyborg body to do it. Now I think our armor is probably better now than any of this stuff. There is a cool, the offhand is a machine gun. That's pretty cool, but again, it takes bullets. So there's some cool stuff in here. The head is a laser eye that, lights the surroundings. So it's, pretty good, lights things up. I think it even puts like a targeting reticle on. That might be a later item. I might be confusing 2 things. But you're stuck with that item. If you take it off, it's destroyed. You can always come back in here and do the surgery again and reapply it, but you have to rebuild it every time rather than most other items, which you can swap on and off as you will. So we will come back and do that. We need to get some resources together. Here you can see you can also make mecha worms from the regular worms. Obviously, there's a lot more going into this, 2 uranium, all that, to make one rather than just do the powered up nets from the other islands. So that's a much easier way to do it, but you have another option here, and also to make the diode wolves. So that's where we'll stop. We will pick up in the next episode with a, we'll start collecting the pieces to do the cyborg enhancements, and then we'll continue with the Mirrows quest to get that submarine pen up and running. And on the way back, I think we'll get uranium from taking these guys out, right? Yeah, okay, great. So that is a kind of an easy way. I forgot you can farm uranium from these guys. So that is a pretty easy way to get uranium if you don't have the souped up nets, but you can take those guys out in combat. Now you can take a regular worm and get them going. But so we'll take those 2 pieces of uranium, and that will be the next episode. Build the cyborg body, get the sub pen up and running, and then we'll see along the way what else we get to. What I want to eventually do is get the power plants and the teleporters up on our major islands, so we don't have to be flying between them anymore. It's a huge time saver, but there's a little bit of grinding and not exciting gameplay to do that. So I'll kind of do that in an accelerated pace, but at a good time when it makes sense to do it. So that will wrap up this episode. It's a big one. We beat a boss, we got a couple of achievements, and we got to talk to, is this gonna complete the quest? Let's see. 10 coal. Yes, that was, okay, what a perfect way to end it. We'll take one last achievement, human testing for successfully confronting the Mirrows. And no apologies from our friend here for the coal reward. But the real reward is the achievement and the gamer score that go with it. So perfect. End it on a high note, and we'll go out there, game saved, and we'll come back next time and pick up. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.